Hey everybody, it's still Monday and I promised you a pop-up. I did a show with Shelly from Healing Truth Tarot, so check that out if you haven't already. We didn't plan to do it live, but then it kind of just popped up that way, so we ended up doing a live. She's a good egg, good psychic. During that show, I mentioned that I needed to read up a little bit to refresh my remembrance of world history. And so I just went to the library, but they have a lot of books are kind of put away in storage because they have a temporary library that's going to move into the big library. So they didn't have any books on World War II, which is what I was interested in. But I did find this, and this seems like something I need to read. So, A Legacy of Endurance in the Fight for Democracy, Small Acts of Courage by Ali Velshi, who used to be on MSNBC till they ditched him. They just can't handle the truth, but I really like Rachel Maddow, and I really love Lawrence O'Donnell, and I like Chris Hayes, and I like Nicole Wallace, but I haven't watched MSNBC in a very long time. Anyway, so, just like, where do I start? This is just a short video. We have, PNN tonight. Thank you for all of your nice comments and your support. We're here to support one another. It's just so befuddling, and it's so difficult to have an absolute buffoon in the White House when very serious things are going on in the world. I mean, when I hear about, oh, well, Trump was going to talk to Putin today, and I think they did. I mean, I just kind of recoil. It's like, oh, yikes. Right? Because I keep on flashing on him right around Halloween time. Last year, before the election, he was having these crazy-ass rallies and just saying horrible racist things, and he was just spewing vile vitriolic screeds, and I can't erase from my mind when he dressed up like a garbage man and got in a garbage truck and it said Trump on it, right? And then a combination of just deceiving people and the whole cult thing, and the Kremlin meddling and Elon meddling, and they all admitted it. And now here we are. So I'm just acknowledging how difficult this is. And then we hear about Joe Biden having an aggressive form of prostate cancer that's gotten into his bones. So we're praying for him to stick around longer and to stay feeling good to the best of his ability. And it's just a tough time. That's why I've upped how many videos I've been doing, and also it helps my income when I monetize, and it helps my income when you all join and become paid subscribing members of my channel, which gives you access to all the courses that I teach, and I set to members only. Right now there's 2 courses up there. One is Releasing Religious Guilt, 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt, and the other is based on my book, The 7-Day Key to Living Inspiration and Empowerment. So I'm doing my best to, keep it kind of back and forth. And to book a reading, go to psychicannetdion.com. So we're going to take a look at how that went. Now, I saw a little clip of Putin, how it went with that discussion that I just mentioned, that they were supposed to have a meeting. I know that you and I could do a better job than Dumpy at being diplomatic. If we just kind of refreshed our world politics, what we know of world politics just a little bit, we would be beyond more competent than Dumpy. Who's in the middle of the night posting attacks on music, artists. It's like, anyway, we'll save the rest of the ranting for tonight in a couple hours at PNN. Under 2 hours. Every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'm pulling 3 cards about how it went. But I did see a little clip of Putin. And so, you know, it was captioned so that I could read the English. And all I got was... It was just a bunch of nothing. It was just like fluff words. There was nothing of any substance that Putin said in that clip that I saw. And lo and behold, I pulled the 7 of Cups. As if the cards heard what I was saying. Complete gaslighting. Complete BS. They had a talk today. Who knows what they talked about. What I get is Pooty flattered Dumpy. Remember I was saying... Sounds like a show. The Pooty and Dumpy show. It was all a bunch of BS. The Ace of Pentacles is becoming very clear where Russia stands. They're not going to... Putin has no... According to my psychic impression, Putin has no plans whatsoever to stop attacking Ukraine. And his plans... I'm not saying they'll work, but his plans are to keep going. And... whether he'll be able to do that remains to be seen. The 4 of Pentacles is he's holding on to his cards. He's not telling anything. And that, you know, there's such a thing as saying a whole lot but not saying anything at the same time. It's called a word salad, right? I mean, it's just throw everything in the salad that you want, and it doesn't make any sense. You just toss it around. And his word salad doesn't even taste good. Let's pull 3 cards. So that was about what they talked about, how that all went, the general energy of whatever happened there. And I'm going to pull 3 cards now about Dumpy's mental health, which is really slipping. I mean, cognitive state, because we know that he's been mentally ill with a personality disorder his entire life. It's obvious. Mental health. Feeling isolated. I feel like what the Orange Buffoon does continuously is he soothes himself with thoughts of how much money he's bringing in. So that's actually a source of comfort for him. He's really having a tough time, Dumpy is, with all the conversation out there about, well, first of all, about Joe Biden, because he can't, even if it's Joe Biden has a terminal illness, it's just, it doesn't matter what's going on. Dumpy's just like, oh, well, he's in the news and I'm not. Well, Dumpy's in the news quite a bit and none of it's positive. So the Ace of Wands is he's well aware of, like, there's so many conversations going on about Biden and about what's going on in the world, and it's not focused right on him. Remember, he's a reality TV show, quote-unquote, star, right? So if he's not the star of the show, it doesn't even matter the content, the substance. He's just not happy, and it torments him. It absolutely torments him if somebody else is in the news. So he's feeling very isolated. He soothes himself with thoughts about how much money he has, how many billions he's bringing in. Criminally, illegitimately, in a traitorous way, he doesn't care. As long as he's looking at, oh, look, I have billions. That's all he has for comfort. It's not hugs. It's not love. Believe me. It's money. And the Ace of Wands, he cannot stand the national conversation that's going on right now about anyone other than him. It's pathetic. All right, so yesterday I mentioned in my neighborhood here, and I have to read the local paper and see what actually happened. I mentioned that there was a car that just went shooting off the pier and into the water. And just a little while ago, I was just walking up the street, walking up this little alley, and there was a woman on the ground who I thought she was dead, in very bad shape. So in a way, it feels to me personally like people are going a little crazy. Fortunately, I didn't have to do anything, because the people in the business right here yelled out the window. We already called the ambulance. So just say a prayer for the woman. I don't know who it is. And the 3 women that went flying off the pier. People, everyone, you know, there's a lot of solar flares. There's a lot going on cosmically. We're being bombarded with cosmic rays, and everything today especially feels crazy. I feel like it's partly to do with the moon in Aquarius. So tomorrow, the moon will go into Pisces at, I'm just looking to see what time. In the morning. So things should get a little bit more, I don't know, more... Pisces is creative and artistic and sensitive and pretty loving, too, so... Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and it's just like shocking things happen. So anyhow, let's take a look now at JD had audience with this Pope, and so far the Pope Leo is still with us, so we're doing good on that front. And I'm curious about what they talked about, and I think rather than using the nefarious cards for this, since the Pope is included, I'll just use the regular tarot deck, my holographic deck, and we'll just take a look at what went on there. We can look more into that tonight, too. But first I'm going to ask, did Pope Leo get through to J.D. Vance in any way, manner, shape, or form? Did he get through? Nope. He did not get through. Did J.D. talk about Opus... All right, I just want to know, did J.D. mention Opus Dei in that conversation at all? Interesting, yes. Oh, interesting. Did Pope Leo show displeasure about that? Yes. I think J.D. doesn't know what the hell is going on. I really think he's effing clueless. I do. There is a book about Opus Dei. I do want to get that one. Maybe I'll order that one from the library. I saw it recently. I saw the author being interviewed. I didn't write down the name. I'm sure it's easy to find if you want to look it up. How did the... Okay, this is J.D. He didn't... It doesn't look like he said much to Pope Leo. I think they had a meeting for like 45 minutes. But Pope Leo laid into him in a big way, very energetically, and really told J.D. he needed to face the truth. The truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah. So, this is J.D. This is Pope Leo. The sword of truth. And real intense and very clear speaking to J.D. from Pope Leo. Tonight maybe we can look at what they talked about. Alright, so that's it for our pop-up for today. Be back in a little while. I hope you would enjoy all the videos today. We'll see you real soon. Alright, book a session, psychicandetdion.com. Help me out. Namaste.